I'm so uncomfortable telling you this, but I'll tell you anyway.
Let it out.
No, when I got married, both of us were still virgins. And it didn't really work the first time. And it was really awkward. Like, neither of us knew what we were doing.
I mean, what was the protocol that day? I mean, honestly though, like, so, I mean, did it take place right after the wedding ceremony?
We did our reception the night before. Okay. And then we got married in the morning. And then we drove to our honeymoon, so it was that evening. It was that night.
I mean, was there an anxiety there?
Well, there was a ton of anxiety for sure.
It was on both ends, right?
Yeah, on both ends.
At least it was.
Were you communicative about that anxiety? It seems like you weren't.
No, and that was the problem, is because, you know, in these super religious communities, that stuff's not talked about. So you just kind of assume, well, everything's going to be fine, and no, you need a little bit of education, I feel like, and I feel like most people have it. I mean, I'd done the sex ed, I knew how things worked. You know, I knew about birth control, I knew about all those things. But like when it comes to practice, like and I'm the oldest, so I never had any brothers or sisters to tell me anything, and my parents would never talk about it.
So how did it work out? Like, was it really?
Eventually,
it
yeah.
was just awkward, or like, was there any difficulties?
I mean, yeah, it was just awkward. It was like,
It's right here, it's right
here. You know what, I might as well, we're here. Let's go into a little more detail about that. Like, why it didn't work. There is a condition that most people don't know about, that like 0.1% of women have, where they are not able to like open up down there, and that was the problem.
Really?
And well, and it's not so much they're not able to open up, it's that
They're physically too tight?
yes, like it's painful for them.
Yeah,
And so
well,
they're physically too tight. So few people know about it that even like her OBGYN had never heard of this. And so like it was shocking. So it's like there's, what is wrong? Like, so you're like really confused because this is something you've never heard of. Like, you've heard of ED and stuff, but like if that's not the case, like why isn't it working?
But what about fingers and practicing with your fingers?
It doesn't matter. It's partially physical and psychological.
Yeah.
So that's what creates the problem.
It's that resistiveness. They don't necessarily want to relax completely because it's not comfortable enough yet.
And that could be a religious upbringing thing too. Something like this is, like all of a sudden this is okay and it's been so wrong for so long.
Your mind just kind of shuts it off. Well, how long did it take to get to the point where you guys could have comfortable sex?
I don't want to answer that question.
Took a while.
It took a while.